Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go, back. 120! Come to my world! We want it! Come to my world!
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That's it, baby. We go run. Ready? 50, plant. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check three. Protein spill. Let's go.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Love. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Let's go, boys.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, rushing. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, Mike, go.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down.
See what you got.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week And so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
17 yards and a first down for Philly.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Wentz on the give to Sanders. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
We can't get stopped.
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Charlie. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, You don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. This is brought in by Gibson. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
All day, baby.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. Oh, able to avoid him. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. The throw taken in by Sims. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I got him. Hey, Delta. 59.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Allen throwing again. That one caught by Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of it. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Redskins send out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, here's Love. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 44, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. They'll run with Love. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Mike spot 9.
From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 30 base. 6-6, pull it high. Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So out now come the Redskins. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Mike 5-2. Hey, Orbit. Check tight. Check tight. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike. Hey, let's go.
On 2nd and 1, Allen. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch the edge.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. They'll run again with Love on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Allen going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas, and really pouring it on now in the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Running to start the drive is Love. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Love. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throw left side complete. That's Walton. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on first is Wentz. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deontay Burnett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.